Amazon are selling counterfeit manga titles. Yeah, that's not going to go well for them at all. Hello and welcome to That Man. This is another edition of Manga Watch, and it has came to my attention that Amazon are selling bootleg manga titles. Technically, this was an interesting one because I did see this a few weeks ago when I was looking at a copy of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out Volume 3 on Amazon. I wanted to find out when it was coming out. I then went and bought it on Book Depository. When I did that, I did notice that there was another listing for Uzaki-chan Volumes 2 and 3. And I quickly looked down and I was just like, oh yeah, that must be the German version or something like that. However, Kaiten Books have further pointed this out with a tweet that went out yesterday just saying, LMAO, PSA, we don't even got physicals out yet, so be wary of counterfeit goods out there. Their title, Loner Life in Another World, a title that isn't even out physically, has a counterfeit out. And what is the counterfeit? It's a notebook with lines. So yeah, I looked at this and when I looked at it yesterday, I was just like, I saw that. I saw this the other day, and sure enough, when I went on Amazon, I found dozens and dozens and dozens of listings of manga, including titles such as My Hero Academia, One Piece, Uzaki-chan, and of course the almighty Creature Girls, all listed underneath the normal manga listings as a notebook version, exactly the same cover, literally the exact same English cover, with written by so and so, artwork by so and so, even the publisher's name on some of them, and then the listing just says notebook. Even better than that, these cost the same price, if not more, than an actual manga volume. That's right, you can get a notebook version of your favourite manga for more than the actual manga itself. So why on earth are Amazon allowing this? It seems to be a weird little thing, and in general, I looked at this and I was just like, why is this not getting more coverage? It's like, surely this is against Amazon policies. I have seen in the past they have said, like, sold bootleg figures, and we do see the odd bootleg from time to time, but to allow people to literally take the cover off a manga, sell it as a notebook for more than the normal price in what is clearly a way to try and bamboozle people into tricking them into buying it. I mean, this person who bought this Loner Life in Another World, it even says Loner Life in Another World Volume 1 manga, Loner Life in Another World 1 notebook, paperback, June 15th 2020. So it even says in here that it is a notebook, and in the description it says line notebook, cover art, blah blah blah, designed happy birthday gift, blah 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 blah. There's plenty of room inside for writing notes, drawn, creative, wonderful as a gift, present or personal notebook. It even says in there that it's a notebook, so most people are going to say, oh okay, that's fine, it's a notebook, probably wouldn't go and get tricked, but the odd people here and there are going to get a little bit tricked on it, and those are the people it's going to be preying on. We've already said in the past that Amazon isn't really a place where people who are 100% knowledgeable about manga and anime go to. We said this was going to be one of the biggest problems by Amazon delisting manga, so keep in mind that Amazon are delisting manga and then allowing bootleg manga to come out. Yeah, not a good design there, Amazon. But I just can't understand it. I mean, at the end of the day, this is obviously designed to trick some people. I think Kaiten Books themselves said they were going to do a DMCA takedown on this. But looking at the stuff, I mean, stuff like My Hero Academia, a lot of younger people are going to be buying that, and I can see come Christmas time a lot of kids just being like, oh, well, I want My Hero Academia Volume 12, and the parents are going to go, oh, My Hero Academia Volume 12, there we go, we'll buy that. Kid opens up, oh, it's a notebook. Also keep in mind the other thing that I've been pointing out quite some for the last few weeks. There's a lot of stuff that is out of print, and I know for a fact that I can't remember what the series was, but I looked it up. It might have been ReZero actually. I looked it up and I couldn't find ReZero in stock for the light novel, but I could find it for this bootleg notebook. In fact, it might have even been one of the titles that they've taken down. One of the light novels, I think it might have been it might have been No Game No Life. They're taking down the light novels, but they're letting the bootlegs come up. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Creature Girls is in there, and that is Dodgers Out. That is a series about a guy who goes around literally screwing monster girls. Yeah. And there's notebooks of that, and Amazon is supporting it because, hey, Amazon seemed not to be able to take down stuff unless it's pure and innocent. Well, you can't read this normal light novel, you can have this bootleg notebook though. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if, considering stuff that's happened with Faku and everything else, I wouldn't be surprised if they're even allowing customers to... I'm actually genuinely wondering now if some of these takedowns for the light novels are from this person who's just like, oh, I'll set it up, I'll copyright claim it, Amazon's not going to check, I've already got my seal up here, especially if they're releasing stuff that isn't out in print. Imagine if you're a pre-order and you're just like, oh, well, actually, this is already out, they had it up first, but they've said you're copying off them. It's a tricky thing, and it's one of those things that, yeah, it was a weird thing that happened, and I was quite surprised to see it, so I was just like, yeah. But yeah, just be careful if you are buying stuff off Amazon, because yeah, there's a lot of bootlegs out there, and yeah, go for a more reputable company, such as Book Depository or Wordery or Right Stuff's been really good the last few weeks if you live in the US. But yeah, that's just me. If you want to have more details on Amazon taking down stuff, there's plenty of other videos out there. And if you do like Uzaki-chan, check out my review. It's going to be up on the screen, potentially somewhere on here. Thank you for coming, and thanks again for staying. Goodbye.